I met kids who had never dreamed of going to higher education, but they were mesmerized by things that I brought into classroom, like a meteorite. And I tell them that that's the rock from the beginning of solar system. And you see a grade 6 kid who tells you at the end, I would like to be one day an astrophysicist, hardly pronouncing it, but asking me how to do that. And then when you tell them the story that it is achievable, they can do that, even though their parents are struggling and have no money, there are loans, there are helps offered by our university. Especially, I think it's really important to visit them and to tell them that in person, or to invite them here to see that our science students are not really wacko scientists, they're just cool kids. First and foremost, outreach at University of Winnipeg started from physics department. Very interestingly, that's not happening in Canada, really, Canada-wise, but University of Winnipeg did, thanks to our beloved, unfortunately late Professor Randy Kobus, who organized science outreach as well as Let's Talk Science. He brought that to our campus. Let's Talk Science is an organization that was founded by Ontario medical students who needed some outreach activity. And they thought of a wonderful way to go to classrooms and help science teachers who are lacking some knowledge of laboratory work, to help them devise some interesting activities. And it is still going strong like that. On every university in Canada, you have Let's Talk Science going from university graduate students to schools to mentor students and to help them help teachers. But our university is undergrad predominantly until we got grad students. So we started with undergrad army of students ready to help, but with no time to go to schools. So we devised it differently. We invite schools to come and visit us. But now when we have a grad program, now our students, predominantly from biology, they go to schools and mentor students there. We had so many programs like Eco Kids, for example. They were bringing middle school kids from Strathcona School here to be educated once a week by someone. I did lectures like that. And homeschooling kids are coming here to get lectures about Newton's laws or stuff like that. So we are doing lots of that. Outreach is happening already here. We have Melanie Martin, who's working with cancer care, and she is leading tours all the time. She is giving talks and mentoring students all the time. We have her husband Jeff, who's working with neutrons, and he's having student tours all the time. So I'm trying to get together all these departments, and we all also do science rendezvous in May together in Richardson. We just occupy all the rooms with varieties of activities, and it brings together researchers from varieties of fields that are not naturally related to start talking about common projects. So people, by collaborating together, learn so much. And actually part of academia, a big part of academia would be to be a guest in another department. We don't use that too much here, but we should actually, during sabbaticals, be guest scientists in some other department to learn about their, way of finding stuff out about nature. That would really broaden our views a lot. When people have projects in mind and when they start reaching out to find interested other collaborators, then I would just like community around us to be aware that stuff like that can happen and that they're open to it. Whenever you introduce everybody, every member of community, things get some value and meaning to the whole city, really. So I think of, that is one of the highest values of university, to just open up to community.